Hey, what's going on, everybody? Here go another video update on the 3M lawsuit, earplug lawsuit. As if now, that next settlement talk is going to be happening on October 3rd. So that's right around the corner. So that's, I guess, as much progress as you can get at the moment. I guess that's a good thing if they're constantly talking, because eventually you keep talking and eventually a side starts budging a little bit, and then you start getting somewhere as far as in trying to come up with something that's good for possibly both sides, I would say. um Now, uh you know, it'd probably be in their best interest, in 3M interest, to probably try to come up with something and then start from there and work from there. um like I had said before in another video, if you feel like your case is in fact uh, kind of weak, you don't have proper documentation, meaning i.e. DD 214 and medical records, um, maybe a settlement may be something you may look into. Of course, if you have a strong case, i.e. you got DD 214, you deployed, you were in an MOS where that exposed you around a lot of loud sounds that affected your hearing. You have a tinnitus or ringing of the ears, loss of hearing, especially if you have documented medical records from the VA, and possibly outside of the VA. Especially if you have hearing aids that you were issued, those are stronger cases, and therefore, depending on if they get to a uh, number as far as a settlement, you may want to compare your case to one of the bellwether cases that has occurred, or one that will possibly come up in the future, and compare it to that case to see what the outcome was in that case, uh, to determine if the number that is possibly offered to you if a settlement happens, if that is adequate to what you feel that you should be compensated for. Because don't forget, compensation is not just for the actual injury. A lot of these cases so far that have won but have not been paid out because of an appeal, other factors were included into that, to include uh, pain and suffering, how it's affected your ability to function, work, and as far as the future. So keep that in mind. Like I say, as always, I'm not an actual lawyer. So everything that I'm saying is basically just made up opinions, not facts. So you will want to consult with an attorney, and hopefully you have a good attorney that is representing you. I know that for a lot of you, you have jumped on board, and a lot of these lawyers have taken these cases uh, in by the boatload. So therefore, you're not getting necessarily that one-on-one, because they have a lot of cases along with not just 3M. And it's a slow process. 3M has bogged it down, as you all know, and they're almost exhausting all their avenues. It most likely will still take some time, but I am feeling really, really good that uh, some progress will be made, and they're going to start looking to try to conclude some of these you know cases that are pending, due to the fact that they've lost the ones that a lot of the ones, the majority of the ones that they fought against. And like I say, once they exhaust all their other options to try to get out of this, they'll start trying to, settle to a more reasonable number for them. Um, Also, remember again, you do not have to uh, accept a settlement. You can continue to go through the process. If a settlement is issued or offered to you, I should say, you do not have to take it. So, like I say, between your attorney will probably help you with this, but if they don't, because remember, the attorney is not your friend. The attorney is hired by you, which in this case you aren't paying him or her until you win. But remember, they're not your friend. They are somebody that you're hiring. So you have to make sure that you are up to speed and asking all the questions that you need to ask, and make sure that you're comfortable with the results that you get. So know you don't have to accept it, and know that they're not your friend. Make sure you try to seek what you want. Okay, don't listen to me. Don't listen to them. I take that back. You can listen to them, but take it as legal advice, and then you make a decision, and then they listen to you, and then that's how that goes. Okay. Um, think of it as if you're in a trial and it's murder, and you're going to go to prison forever, and they come to you with the first offer, and they say, we'll give you life, and you say, I didn't do it, and they say, well, this is the best I can do, and you tell them, no, I'll just go to trial and prove it. And then they come back the second time, and they say, okay, got a better deal, I can get you 15 years. Okay, you should be scratching your head and saying, wait a minute, the first time they told me I couldn't get anything, I told them I'm gonna just fight it. Now they're coming back with 15. Okay, is this a good lawyer? So think of it like that, even though it's not like that, and thank God that it is not like that. But I've said a whole bunch of stuff, some of it that's pertaining to information that you probably were looking for, and some of it is not. Excuse me. But at any rate, October 3rd, that's when that next round of settlement talks. As soon as I get something prior to or after that, I will let you know and make another video about it. So that is progress. And I will try to find out whatever other information I can find out. But October 3rd looks like the date. They'll be going back to the drawing board, talking again. Now, keep in mind also, they're still kind of squirmy, and we're kind of more so trying to get out of it as far as on the bankruptcy aspect. So, they don't feel like their hands are tied behind their back just yet. But hey, listen, soldiers, if your hearing's messed up, you got your stuff documented, this is your case to win. Okay, 3M did some stuff that they shouldn't have been doing. They issued the earplugs. They've already settled with the government. They didn't admit anything wrong, but we already talked about what happens when you just do a settlement. Okay, so you won't settle if you don't feel like you may be seen negligent, open to the possibility that you could lose. And so they've lost some cases already, as you know. So keep that in mind. And then one more thing to note, a lot of you are probably keeping up with this, but if you were, at Camp Lejeune, and you can start looking into that. They had contaminated water that impacted the soldiers and the families. So if you were ever stationed there, look at the time frames, consult with a lawyer, talk about your options with that. So that's kind of newer. So you want to make sure you're up to speed to that. I never was there, so I probably won't go too far into that, but I may put that information out there as it comes if I get that information as well, just because I'm here to try to help soldiers as best I can. So I'm gonna try to make other videos too, just on whatever else I know that some of us know and some of us don't know. But that's it for the 3M. Look for October 3rd, and we'll just see what happens then. So until then, make sure you try to get your medical records as best you can too, because I heard that it's getting a little harder to get them at the moment because they're so backlogged. Of trying to order those and get them to you. So if you've got them somewhere archived, or if you've got physical copies, try to find those. Try to get those in case your name gets through onto a document to possibly be heard in court. So that's it. So, okay, October 3rd. All right. Hope everybody's having a good day. Peace.